And good evening, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the uh, Qatar podcast. And we're doing a watch along for Batman Soul of the Dragon. And we have Sin Havoc on the chat. Welcome, Sin. And before we start, we're still in the road to 500 subs. And thank you for all who subscribe to my channel and those who are going to subscribe. Thank you in advance. And yeah, replay crew are most welcome. Yeah, subscribe, like, and share this channel over at YouTube. And yes, we have Batman, Soul of the Dragon. Batman Enter the Dragon. Right, Sin. This is a cool movie. Like, share, and subscribe. And before we do the movie, uh, remember Mikey Verse Forever. This podcast was in honor, is in honor of Mikey Sutton, our friend, who is the Scooper Supreme. And yes, thanks to Skywalker the Jedi, we have Sell This JL to Netflix, and thank you to Apex Leon for the Snyderverse, Sell Snyderverse to Netflix as our hashtags. That's what we were been campaigning since 2021, 2022. Yeah. Also, another hashtag released the Air Cut on Netflix. Yay! Yeah, that's really cool. MB forever. So let's start. Make sure your player is on zero. We have Batman Soul of the Dragon. It's available in HBO Asia. And I don't know if it's still available on Max, but try different streaming platforms. And we'll check this out in five, four, three, two, and one. Let's start. The DC logo here is better than the present one. Right. Here we go. Uh, Timestamp, of course, just to synchronize is 1 minute, 2 seconds. So the characters. Wait, Sin Havoc says the current DC logo is trash. Yeah, it's so nostalgia bait for my taste. It's not moving forward, but freaking a few steps backwards. So the voice actors, uh, David Giuntoli plays Bruce Wayne Batman. Giuntoli is, of course, the star of the TV series Grimm and the husband of Bitsy Tulloch, the Lois Lane of Superman and Lois. Especially how they presented it. Yeah, nostalgia bait is the word. Mark Dacascos as Richard Dragon, a creation in the 1970s by Denny O'Neil. He also appeared as a villain in the Arrowverse sometime a few years ago as Ricardo Diaz. Yes, and flop is incoming. That's what I'm hearing. It's an old school logo, but he took it from an intern. Man, credit grabbing is what idiots do in comics and in real life, politics and such. Kelly Hu as Lady Shiva. Kelly Hu played Lady Shiva in Arrow. Talk about stereo casting. Dragon, Richard Dragon. Richard Dragon here is a secret agent for the US, while his counterpart in the Arrowverse is a villain. Then there's Michael J. White as Ben Turner, the Bronze Tiger. He also portrayed the Bronze Tiger in CW's Arrowverse. Talk about stereo casting. And yes, Kelly Hu is great. Uh, Kelly Hu played White China or China White in Arrow. Lady Shiva is a different character for her. James Hong is the O-Sensei, the master of our heroes here. Then Jamie Chung as Jade Nguyen. Jade or Cheshire from the Titans. Michael J. White was also in The Dark Knight as Gamble. Yep, he was one of the Joker's victim in The Dark Knight. Josh Keaton as Jeffrey Burr. Jeffrey Burr is, of course, Cobra, that a villain that is one of the most dangerous villains that Batman face, especially his team, the Outsiders, during the 80s. Chris Cox as Rip Jagger. Rip Jagger is, of course, judo master from Charleston Comics. This is much truer to the comics than Gunny Poo's version of Judo Master, who looks like the Green Frogman. So Robin Alkindos as Skellingen Faust, the guy who has snakes for his hand. Then there's Grey Griffin as Lady Eve. The last time I saw a certain Lady Eve was in Black Lightning, the series from CW, and but this Lady Eve here is more akin to the comics. Patrick Sells as Sir Edmund Durrance, or his nom de guerre, King Snake. So King Snake is imagine Daredevil as a villain. That's that's who he is, Edmund Durrance. Eric Bauza as an axe gang leader, and Erica Luttrell as Bruce Wayne's love interest, Silver St. Cloud. This story is set in the 70s. So we have, and majority of the characters are all created by a certain Denny O'Neil, the late great Denny O'Neil. See the jive walk of Richard Dragon. Yeah. And this is the Batman animated film that has portals in it, dimensional rift, and all. This is, of course, Enter the Dragon in animation. Last night I watched Bruce Lee's other movie, Way of the Dragon from 1972, and I tell you, it's different. It's a really dated Chuck Norris as Colt. I mean, really, Batman into the rabbit hole. Yep. Yeah, this is Silver St. Cloud. This is a better portrayal of Silver St. Cloud, unlike the animated series of My Adventures with Superman. It's all DEI, man. That's a great film, Way of the Dragon, or in the States, it's entitled Return of the Dragon. Chuck Norris gets his ass kicked. Yeah. There's a untold myth about Return of the Dragon, Way of the Dragon. It's that the role of Colt isn't supposed to be Chuck Norris, but one of the Philippines martial artists, Travado Ramos. But he gets a real picky when Bruce Lee will eventually beat him in the script, and the pride of that clown is so great that he turned down the role. Good thing Chuck Norris is legendary in Way of the Dragon. So this movie is showing the training of what kind of training Bruce got with the O-Sensei in Namba Parbat. So they're mixing it up, all of it. Namba Parbat was the original setting of Dead Man in the comics, while the rest is comic book history with lots of retcons and reboots that really messed with the DC continuity. This cartoon is actually better than Shang-Chi. I think Marvel fans will hate me for that. I mean, let's face it. Shang-Chi is an Interpol agent in the comics originally, and his father was not the Mandarin, but Dr. Fu Manchu, a classic pulp character from decades ago. Another student of the O-Sensei that didn't make this movie is, of course, Oliver Queen. Those are fighting words, of course. It's a martial arts film. Imagine all those pulp classic. Shangri-La is from The Shadow, and Namba Parbat is from DC Comics. So he's the sixth student. This is the introduction of Lady Shiva. If you read a few Batman tales from all those years ago, a death in the family, Shiva was involved with Batman back then. Then there's Ben Turner, the Bronze Tiger. This guy was brainwashed by the League of Assassins. He was supposed to be an agent with Richard Dragon, and he looks like that actor from Enter the Dragon. Of course, Jade Nguyen was knocked off by Roy Harper, Speedy during that time. But I actually like Shang-Chi, but if they would have did the original script that was intended instead of COVID bubble nonsense in Australia, Shang-Chi would have been awesome. Uh, One of those what if could have been uh, thingy during COVID. And honestly, they preferred comedy instead of they probably are following Jackie Chan's model, comedic martial arts. That door, the portal, it's in the 16 minutes and 57 seconds mark. It was supposed to be King of the Iron Fist meets Rumble in the Bronx. Oh man, that would have been great. But Sammy Liu is I don't know. I don't really like him as an actor. I wonder why. Right. So we're talking about the gate here. Yeah, we're always in sync with each other, man. I know. That's what I was saying. Would have been good if we have an Electra like character in Batman, but that's technically Lady Shiva. Another O-Sensei student was, what's his name? Connor Hawk, which is a better martial artist than Batman ever been. Well, according to writer Chuck Dixon. So Richard knows who Bruce Wayne is, or what. You know what I keep remembering with uh, Richard Dragon is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, classic wrestler, old school, and yeah, it's good. Deadpool, Proxima Midnight, Supergiant, Tane, Domino, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage were supposed to be in Shang-Chi. Ah, man, those are some of the missed opportunities we had. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Yeah, that's cool, man. Steamboat. Yes. Another classic uh, Batman confrontation was when he took on the Green Hornet. I mean, Kato versus Robin was a one sided battle. The Green Hornet was some one serious series, considering that it was produced by those guys in charge of Batman 66. A lot of Chinese movies, martial art movies was really good. It's it had its moments. Robin got destroyed. Of course he did. I mean, it's Kato, Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee's style of martial arts film is different from what Jackie Chan did. It's really different. He was promoting their culture, while Jackie Chan is a humorous guy. Only three remains: Richard Dragon, Bruce Wayne, and Ben Turner. They modeled Ben Turner from Jim Kelly's character in Enter the Dragon. Jackie Chan is still not, one of the greats. His old school movies are still phenomenal, especially Police Stories 1 and 2. Yeah, I like his Snake and Eagle Shadow and Drunken Master. Those are great. But you know, the current, the how old is Jackie Chan now? They took some choreography from Jackie Chan and put it in Shang-Chi. Although Shang-Chi was better in the box office, but I still like Mortal Kombat more. Although I wonder why it flopped that hard in the box office. Do I blame COVID or do I blame uh, the Marvel fans? Man, battling ninjas is like rewatching Batman Begins. Drunken Master is still one of the best movies of all time. Of course. And now he donned the costume, which seems to surprise Richard Dragon. Blame them all, especially Iger and Feige. Yeah, I blame them all. Like I blame CERN for everything. In the comics, Jeffrey Burr, Cobra, has a twin brother named Jason Burr, and I think, if I remember it correctly, Cobra killed his brother, just twin. The mask, the costume. Timestamp 27 minutes, 10 seconds. They need Shiva. Another martial artist from DC that's missing from this list down here is Ras Al Ghul. Nice. The Blade of Muramasa. In the after the storyline of the story arc of A Death in the Family, uh, Bruce was so distraught with the death of Jason Todd, and what a certain James Owsley wrote a Batman comic book with ninjas. they uh, they made use of another of Batman's sensei from the Korean mountains of somewhere, Master Kirigi, and the technique Batman used was uh, what, golden palm, or the technique was supposed to kill, but Batman sort of changed it to be non-lethal. So the terms of keeping the sword is defeat Shiva. Man, one finger technique. R- Rip Jagger is a fine example of a comic character trapped in limbo and used in other medias. His judo master was forgotten in in the comic book since ever since DC bought the Charlton characters. It's so you know so weird. She was sort of a crime lord in Chinatown, which is Batman seems to keep tabs on her. S- Crime lord in Chinatown. So basically, the reason why Batman hasn't stopped Lady Shiva at all is because, well, Shiva's better than him. So they base this character on Chuck Norris, cheater. Man, this is Shiva versus uh, another martial artist. She made a laughing stock of that cheater, and she's only using one arm. Yeah, I remember the technique that Batman used against the ninjas, the vibrating palm technique. Guy's dead, man. Shiva killed him. Now we have green ninjas, the Cobra ninjas with skill and Genfaust, which is a kind of snake, maybe. Okay, Lady Shiva was created long before Frank Miller created Elektra. So, man, they took the sword, and this is true. Fights better than Robert Pattinson's Batman. Yeah, yeah, it's quite better. Mm. Bruce that just used a black car as the Batmobile, but heavily customized and lethal. This movie is not a sleep fest, unlike Robert Pattinson's Batman, the Batman. Nice. Car chase is very like Batman Begins. Nice. Knock on the door, Batman. The best portrayal of a live Batman of late was, in fact, BVS and ZSJL. So no contest between. Now that's Batman, honestly. And Gunn's narrative, those anti-Snyder tricks, uh, are all just saying fake news. Man, yeah, of course. Of course I'm right. Exactly. We're both right, Sin. We failed only if we quit. So, the quest for the bronze tiger at 39 minutes and 17 seconds timestamp mark. The door at the far end of the monastery. Why is it forbidden? It's a portal. The place where all destiny converge. Yeah. Yeah. This is Batman versus Bronze Tiger. During the late 70s, early 80s, where Bronze Tiger was brought in Detective Comics, Batman was defeated by Bronze Tiger. This was before Frank Miller's Batman made him, and Grant Morrison made him Uberbat. But it's better that Bruce Wayne Batman should have someone who defeats him once in a while. And, no jokers allowed. Michael J. White was in. Uh, was he in Universal Soldier too? He was in Spawn. He was in Exit Wounds, and he was in. a certain SWAT film. One of the hardest working actors in Hollywood. Yes. So Bronze Tiger respected Bruce. He was also in Bone. Bone? Is this a TV series or a movie? This setting reminds me of those classic time in the 70s. He really does look like uh, Jim Kelly. Oh, it's a movie. Thanks, Sin. I will look it up. Martial arts, not mastering a kick or a punch. Sounds like Mr. Miyagi. Karate here, not pointing to the belt, to the stomach. Karate Kid is the one who has karate who doesn't know how to do karate. Ralph Macchio is still the same. They found the gate. The gate. There's an anime called Steins Gate, which is so weird. It's about alternate timelines. Timestamp is 45 minutes 10 seconds. Yeah, it's a distraction. That's the bet. Jade and Rip are missing. So they opened the gate, the portal to another dimension. And Judo Master just killed Cheshire. Jade. Freaking villain. a demon in the portal. The sword of Muramasa looks like Katana's sword. Man, Jade is killed. Now Rip Jagger is about to be killed. Naga, the snake gods, and yeah, they killed Master. Man, fight scenes are good, better than as Sin said. The fight scenes are better than the Batman. Matt Reeves the Batman. Portal whirring, and the great god Naga Naga is wants to get out. That's very nice. This is very nice. Timestamp 49 minutes 20 seconds. This story revolves around destiny and some other divine something. So they lost Jade Nguyen, they lost Rip Jagger, and now they lost the O-Sensei and the gate remains. This movie is great. We have Lady Eve talking to Cobra. So their ceremony involves the sacrifice of children. Yep. If this was a live movie, then this is a scary moment for the kids. Man, this is awesome. Dodging a bullet. Mhm. So this is a flashback for Ben Turner. Michael J. White's Ben Turner is good, and it's a nice role for him. And talking about cult, we have the Cobra cult here. Bronze Tiger with his claws. The Bronze Tiger. Damn. An avatar for a snake god. So this is one of Bronze Tiger's greatest failure because during this time, Cobra or Jeffrey Burr was just a kid. Can you kill a kid before he does anything evil? It's like saying you'll get rid of Hitler before he gets to do the Jewish genocide. Yeah, told you, so was Hitler. Okay, weapons experts. Wear the suit. Wear the suit, Bruce. Wear the suit. So basically, this is Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, uh, who's the female martial artist during the 70s, and of course, Batman. Bronze Tiger is in Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. Nice. You know, I have a PS3 version of Batman, the Batman game, Arkham game, and I haven't played it ever. It's my son's game. So, well, this is also part of the Timbers because everything is looks like a design of Bruce Timm. Those Batman games were actually pretty good. Yes, it was, and I hope that Johnny Poo won't get his hands on them. This enemy is hard because he regenerates, man, like a reptilian. And a reptoid just grew out of his severed hand that forced the quartet to fight without blades, without weapons. The difference between Marvel's martial artists and DC's is these guys DC doesn't have uh, superpowers, while in Marvel only Shang-Chi doesn't have powers. Ganipu is distancing himself from creatures, creature commandos. Yeah, it feels like a flop is incoming, right? It's pretty obvious that we'll get
You see this all the
this.
time at the level of the top producer, who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, 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 you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
upward upward failure. We see it every time. Man, flop after flop after flop. Uh, James Gunn is wasting money. So they made uh, Lady Eve as a cool martial artist. Sir Edmund Dorrance is King Snake, a blind martial artist who is a crime lord. I oh no no no, it's gonna flop, man. Superman L is gonna flop real hard. Imagine we still have no trailer or teaser at all. What kind of nut would deny his so-called fans something as simple as a trailer or a teaser. Mace against the snakes. And the mace became a torch. Flamethrower. Burn, baby, burn. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's that for that clown. Timestamp is 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Have you seen the full interview of Christopher Lee? I seem to have run across it sometime, but I can't remember if I watched it all. That interview is amazing. Yeah. I don't need a weapon. I am the weapon. Technically, a little weapon. And she broke the sword with her bare hands. Lady Shiva would have been better if we have this kind of live movie. They're so focused on Batman's psycho rogue that they forgot that Batman can do an international man of mystery type of story. The one that Ben Affleck wrote or planned was supposed to be that good. In order to defeat a blind man, take away his advantage. I guess people don't realize that Daredevil is blind. So that's why they keep on making him win. There were two comics from the old DC Marvel crossover. Uh, Daredevil, Batman, Eye of the Beholder, and the other one, Batman, Daredevil, King of Gotham, I think. Well, man, Cobra still has a hostage. But Batman's there. David Giuntoli as Batman's very good casting. Although in real life, David is too short. Damn, Cobra sacrificed himself just to open the gate. And that's what you get when you deal with the devil. Cobra is dead. Man, the Cobra God is about to emerge. This portal reminds me of CERN. I I can't help it, man. Blame, blame everything in our format. Our discussion format is comics and conspiracy theories and such. Man, the O-Sensei has gone full naga. Timestamp 1 hour 9 minutes 39 seconds. Hashtag it's CERN's fault. Blame CERN. Yeah. And did you notice that everything seems to be unraveling? We will have another storm this weekend, which is, I hope, will the storm won't pass through us here. Dimensions are collapsing. I think it's true. Why? The simple fact that everyone seems to be going nuts over something. Governments are going haywire. And we see Integrity 101, 500 subs is inevitable. Did I sent you that video on of the scientists? Yeah, I think so. I need to review all the notes. What's up, Integrity? We're doing the watch along for Batman Soul of the Dragon, but we're already in the 1 hour 11 minutes and 51-second mark. This in the on the heels that I also watched Way of the Dragon last night before I slept. The fact that I can't sleep if I'm dead tired is a dead giveaway. I have a cape, man. Cape shit. Batman killed his master. Batman killed the O-Sensei using his cape. Man. But he's still alive. But what's important is the desire to kill is there for Batman. So everyone who says that Batman doesn't kill are all childish pricks. Richard Dragon was supposed to be the god Naga's shell avatar. This is all because of destiny. Richard Dragon, they made Richard Dragon more of a Bruce Lee character than he was ever in his own comic books. Richard Dragon is also a Vic Sage master. Vic Sage is, of course, the question. It's more of a Zen thing when Denny O'Neil wrote the character way back in the 80s. Man, Bruce Lee, Liu Kang. Bruce Lee was the model for Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat. He is also the model for Street Fighter 2's Feng Long, the best fighter. Basically, they base uh, Liu Kang for Mortal Kombat after Bruce Lee, and they based Jackie Chan as that Hong Kong policeman in the same game. We'll check it out. Sin Havoc. Is this by? This is not the guy Deo, right? Technically, the soul is forever, and since he has a soul, the sword can kill him. Oh, not Standeo, someone else. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out once I finish this watch along. And yes, this is a great animated movie. This the O-Sensei looks really like those Shaolin monks, that Shaolin master who taught Jackie Chan all his moves. Standeo talks about the Sumerian gods Anunnaki are returning. Yeah, the last one you sent me was Standeo's location for the Garden of Eden, which makes sense actually. It made sense. And there goes the O-Sensei. The Sensei, on the other hand, is Ras Al Ghul's father in the comics, actually. And Batman's already entered the gate. And this is a portal that breaches dimension. And of course, the portal closes. Nice. We are the dragon. And Braun Striker is crying. Such a softie. Let's get it on. Come on. All right. David Giuntoli as Bruce Wayne Batman, Mark Dacascos as Richard Dragon, Kelly Hu as Lady Shiva, Michael J. White as Ben Turner. Man, this is a good movie. Shit, this is one of the best animated films that DC did. Man, so I rate this movie as a 9/10. And this is good. This is a hidden gem. I agree with Sin Havoc here. Very good. It's really very good. And how do you rate this movie, Mr. Sin Havoc? Wait, wait for it. Man, this is good. 8.5 for Sin Havoc. Thank you, man. And of course, always remember to like, subscribe, and share this channel, this video. And yeah, this is very good, man. And the Batman acting like Batman. Yeah, fun stream with Sin Havoc and Integrity 101. Thanks, guys, for supporting the channel. And yes, sell is the way. And yeah, we're out of here. Wait, I'm gonna fix some stuff here. Do watch for next week. I don't know if I can go a three stream for next week because I plan to have my checkup. But definitely on Thursday night EST, we'll be doing Faith in Comics with Bishop DM Williams. And like, share, and subscribe. And Sunday night, Monday morning here, we'll be doing a watch along for um, Cowboy Bebop, the animated series. Well, I hope I can fill up my Wednesday schedule. But and yes, remember Mikeyverse forever. I'm out of here. See you in the funny pages.